What will happen to Social Security if it's not fixed by the year 2032? Stay tuned. You absolutely need to listen to this information. Hello, this is Victor Cuevas with Victor for Advice. Let's get into it. Okay, here I am in my trustworthy financial advisor magazine. And this April 21st article says what happens if nothing is done to fix Social Security by year 2032. Yes, Social Security is in trouble. It says Social Security is not going bankrupt, but it is approaching a major funding shortfall that could affect millions of Americans if Congress does not act. So let's cut right to the chase on this. So we see the warnings. Those reserves are now projected to be depleted by 2032 if no legislative changes are made. Under current law, Social Security would then only be able to pay benefits from incoming revenue, triggering across-the-board reductions. And what would that mean? We're looking at 23 to 28% reduction in what Medicare beneficiaries will be receiving in their monthly paychecks. That is devastating. Absolutely. And what will it do to retirements? It's going to be a very sad situation in America. What all of you have to realize is that this will happen unless Congress acts. So what can they do about it? Well, they can do what they always tend to do, is print more money. Just start printing money out of thin air. We're already doing that to the tune of about $1.7 trillion a year. Well, when that happens, it just makes things more inflationary. So yeah, you continue to get your paycheck, but it's not worth as much as it used to be. That's not a good idea. How about raising taxes? There you go. That's what we really need right now, is to raise taxes on everyone, when if we just do things more efficiently, we wouldn't have to. How about taking the caps off income? Right now, we pay Social Security and Medicare taxes up to a certain income. They're talking about taking that off. So I don't care how much, if you made $3 million in a year, you would have to pay the Social Security tax on all of it. Okay? How about this? Just stop spending money on all these freebie stuff and vote buying things. Make government more efficient and balance the budget. Pay down the debt. I don't think there's enough courage in there, because remember, close to 50% of the people in Congress are basically socialists. So they're not going to want to do that. Now, what can you do? Well, unfortunately, the vast majority of you 55 and over that are looking to retire in the next 10 years have all of your nest egg in the market. And if you're working with a typical financial advisor, he wants you to keep it there. Trust me, he says, keep paying my fee. I've got your back. When you get ready to retire in the next 10 years, 5 years, you'll have plenty of money and you'll be able to ride off into the sunset. It's a bunch of baloney, folks. Because if things keep going the way they are with Social Security, before you reach retirement, there's going to be some bad decisions made, and it's going to affect the stock market. All of these things are going to affect the stock market, and you very well may see your stock portfolio go down 20, 30, 40% before you retire, like it did in 2008, and now your retirement is toast. So now more than ever, folks, and I'm not trying to do this as a scare tactic, this is what is on the horizon and will happen unless drastic measures are taken. So you have to protect yourself and create your own personal pension plan. You're going to have to move some of that money out of the market, put it in safe strategies where you won't lose a dime no matter what happens in the market. You can't lose it. You can create a personal pension plan that by the time you retire can pay you a high income, for life, guaranteed, even an increase in income. And hey, if they mess it up with Social Security and you take a cut in Social Security, you're still going to have a guaranteed income stream for life that you can never outlive, neither you or your spouse, even if your accounts run out of money. Some of your, or a great portion of your current portfolio needs to be bulletproofed. I call it a bulletproof retirement, and create a guaranteed income stream you can absolutely depend on, regardless of what happens with the stock market. This is Victor Cuevas, Victor for Advice. If you want to see how these strategies can work for you, get with me and let's have a talk. God bless.